Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Season 3 of Throwdown's Rocket League Challenge Qualifier here live at Showdown Studios in the heart of Sydney. My name is Jake Hysterics, Aussie Penko. I got Tom Career Lord Sneddon, and I got David Yummy Cheeseman Lane. I was trying to swap names again, but it just did not come out. There's the love, unfortunately. We are about to jump into one of our lower bracket finals coming through. I believe we are up to the semi-finals.
Yeah, lower bracket semi-finals. We're going from the upper bracket, so we're no longer in qualification. These are the teams coming through and looking to get into the next qualification match against UCME.
Yeah, nothing about what is it? We're going for qualification coming out of the teams of relegation.
Yeah, so we are going to see, I think, a lot of repeats down in the lower brackets because there's been some very clear, solid teams coming through that we saw in the semi-finals earlier today.
Yeah.
And they're making repeat performances down here.
So UCME, because they lost that finals match to get in qualification, do move to the lower bracket final going through there. So our next game, I believe, has just updated itself. Cheeseman, what have we got there? What are we looking at?
So Skyfire took down OCE Defense. A surprise run. OCE Defense almost made it all the way through. There's no lull at the end of that, so I don't know if it's a true name. But it was a 3-2 series to Skyfire.
Well,
and we're going to see them up again against the Leftovers. So the two that lost out in the semi-finals, they're versing each other to see who gets to rematch against UCME.
That's what we did talk about going into this. There was 4 major teams that we were keeping our eye on.
Yep.
And I'm glad that we were kind of right on the money saying those 4 major teams made it to the Final 4.
And in this semi-final as well. So this is going to be do or die because you make it further. You defeat the other team. You move to that grand final, and then you have another opportunity to qualify. So, I mean, UCME is a great team in its own right, and they did sort of warm themselves up and went against Gang Gang quite successfully to the point of keeping up with the momentum.
We do have Leftovers. We just got the news that Outlast isn't going to be there, and Sam instead is popping in because Outlast, we saw it in the series, the internet's not very good.
Gone.
He must live in like OCE or something.
Yeah, he must live in Australia where the internet is garbage.
Oh, man. Western Australia, man.
Luckily, we're here at Showdown Studios in the heart of Sydney.
In the heart of Sydney.
There's perfect internet.
Ooh.
No. Really
that did not feel very good. However, this next game, I'm really, really curious because I feel like
it's a good time to explore it. Time to experiment, Hysterics.
I honestly feel like going up against UCME at the end of the day is going to be a really hard matchup anyway.
Yeah.
Both these teams will struggle, and we've seen them before, and we've seen them sort of demonstrate their skills, but I am worried them going up against it. I mean, they have to get there first, so I think this game will be a very close one.
The big story for me is whether Skyfire can really make it through, because we saw them up against Gang Gang,
Yep.
and they put on a solid showing, but Gang Gang just looked fierce, and we saw them go all the way through the upper bracket. So UCME versus Skyfire might be the matchup that really is the decider here today between second and third place, and especially talking about all 3 of those teams.
Yeah.
They're all teams that are sort of just formed, just got in time for the competition.
New rosters, yeah.
And the longer the day goes on, the more practice they'll have had together, and the better they'll be. So it's whoever improves the most over the day.
Yeah, I think that's something that's really important for you guys at home to keep in mind, is that the performances this week are not indicative of how the performances they're going to have going forward into League Play are. These teams are like very, very new. They formed after last season and had to like kind of hit their groove, hit their stride. There'd still be negotiations, lots of moving around. So they probably have only had like a month of real play together. So every single week going forward will have a huge impact on their communication and on their passes.
Well, as we move into this next best of 5 series, gentlemen, I need expectations, I need reality, and I need you to give it to me. So, not going to say that again either. What is your expectation? What is wrong with me today? Expectations, predictions. Career Lord, let's start with you.
3-1.
Yeah, we got to give a team.
It's going to be 3-1,
It's going to be 3-1. Does he not? He doesn't Rocket League.
3-1 to who?
3-1 to who? It's not going to be UCME. It's gonna be UCME. Sorry, it is going to be UCME.
No, it's not going to be UCME. You were right the first time because we're seeing Skyfire against Leftovers.
Sorry, Leftovers. No, Leftovers has just lost Outlast. It's going to be...
That was my notes!
That was...
I don't care.
I'm flustered
All
now.
right.
You're going to fire me.
Notes be damned.
Sorry. So Outlast has just gone from Leftovers. See, I feel like, so watching the first game of the series, right, we had Gang Gang coming up against Skyfire, but they only won their games where they capitalized on unforced mistakes from Gang Gang. So we haven't really seen them showcase what happens when they control the pitch rather than capitalizing on unforced errors. So I don't really know what they're going to be doing. So, an Outlast is missing, but his team has been playing well without him. He hasn't been living up to the hype. So I'm going to go with Leftovers. I'm going to be like a Snorlax in Pokemon Silver and Gold.
Yeah, I'm going to go 3-1 as well. And this is for Team Skyfire.
No.
And even you mentioned it. They were great at capitalizing mistakes and getting onto the quick counterattack.
Yeah.
To defend, save, and then all of a sudden, the opponents were caught out of position. They were driving back, and they were able to capitalize on that. And I think that's the exact trap that Leftovers are going to fall into over and over again, especially having to bring in the sub.
Let's see if Skyfire can bring the heat or if Leftovers still in that fridge and will not be touched because they're getting old and moldy after a week of sitting under plastic wrap. We are going to be jumping into this best of 5 series, however. That means Yummy Cheeseman, again, will be sitting on the side, but we're going to do something about that next week. I want to bring him back in. I like you, Corey. I'm not talking... Look, listen to me. I'm not talking bad to you, but we're going to get some Cheeseman vibe on here as well. The RLCS Cheeseman. He even has a tag in game.
Do you know what
RLCS analyst
says in the mirror every morning?
Who's your daddy?
No, hello me.
Not bad.
Yeah.
Actually, not bad. Don't you dare say cringe. That's not cringe. You don't know what cringe is.
Yeah, don't hurt my delicate man feelings.
You at home.
Yeah.
You devils. We're about to jump into this
Cheeky
best of
little
5
buggers.
series. Leftovers take on Team Skyfire, who will be moving into that finals position and another chance at getting to qualifiers for our top 6 teams. Leftovers have a strong kickoff, and that's exactly what you need to do in order to survive. Leftovers with S-Steve. Okay, this could be an opportunity. The ball's bouncing. A bit of messy play to start from Team Skyfire. S-Steve will get the demolition, but the ball is dribbled on back, and Noise. Yeah, he's just going to hit it on back. So we are expecting a bit of a messier style gameplay, like I like to say today, from Skyfire and Leftovers, but I mean, it's really who can capitalize.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. So we saw that this Team Skyfire is very good at capitalizing. This is the thing I was a bit worried about going forward. We've never seen them do anything on the attack. They're always been counter-attacking. And Leftovers, yes, if they overextend, they're definitely screwed, because that's how they'd be playing straight into Team Skyfire's game plan.
Yep.
But swapping out a player, Outlast hasn't been on his game today, and we do know their subs are quite strong. So I wouldn't be surprised if they can one-man army march it up the field.
Leftovers now may have an opportunity. The ball bounces through the goal square and not really touched on. We wonder if CJM's going to push up this game, but it looks like he won't. CJM, who used to take the Batmobile, now swapped himself around. I mean, probably just getting sick of it. Probably didn't like the Batman vs. Superman movie. Not many people did.
Oh, that was a garbage movie.
Oh, man. Wasn't it just? Team Skyfire know that all too well, so they're taking the Batmobile off. Now playing their defense, and Leftovers being a little bit unrelentless here, but very long-range passes. Noise trying to follow that one up, and Steve off on the wall. He's the aggressor here. Team Skyfire, they'll clear it themselves. Back in their own side of the field now. Again, here's their clear. Into the air, Orion, that's a pretty weak touch. Leftovers will be able to make work of it. It's just back and forth. This really is the epitome of ping pong.
Yep, Orion we did see in the qualifiers last season, as well as Super Sub Steve. So expect big things. Even though we haven't talked about those players as much, they are very well known. And Orion can really belt it out.
Feels like solo queue at the moment, to be honest. Just sort of hitting it on the wall, hoping someone follows up. Leftovers now maybe abused by that comment. Will be trying their aggression again, but Team Skyfire look okay on the defense, and it's a line of scrimmage that Leftovers can't seem to penetrate right now.
Yeah, not enough follow-up there. Everyone is starting to get in each other's way a bit. So we'd love to see some pass plays maybe come through. A little bit more communication.
Oh, there it is. ANZ. Just when we're talking it down, Team Skyfire push him forward. And CGM just knocks it on up. ANZ says, hello, baby.
Ask and you shall receive. We wanted the pass plays, and here they are. Thank you, Team Skyfire, leading us off.
Yeah, that first goal has been a slow 3 minutes, but hopefully now the pace increases. We like fast Rocket League here at Throwdown Studios. Showdown Studios.
Yep, we are the kind of
Showdown.
guys that buy fidget spinners, so fast action play is
No, we're
what
not.
we like.
No, we're not.
Say that to
Wrong
Jimmy Fu.
casters. Wrong casters. Wrong game. We don't get fidget spinners. I might get one soon. Team Skyfire now have to be careful. The one-on-one and leftovers will not get it past the defense again. Team Skyfire looks like their one saving grace is having strong defense in CJM. He's going to rotate back. Adzi flips a little bit, showboating. Oh, he's got the weird sounding car. Or just the weird, I don't know, why does it sound weird? I don't know. Adzi coming through again. Oh! Styled on, baby! And that'll make another goal.
Oh, that was beautiful to watch. That's style points.
Oh, yeah, look at that. It's the sound of the car. Has to be. Has to be, man. That was nice. Team Skyfire, pretty happy with their performance in this game. I mean, yes, it has been slow. It has been a little bit sloppy, but Team Skyfire just make one big play. When they execute flawlessly, they make it look so easy.
Well, that's the thing. Great at capitalizing on open mistakes of other teams.
Oh my god, cast a curse. What have we done? Leftovers. Slot it through with a 1-2.
Yes, Steve and Sam taking the sibilance as they score the goals. Good hustle from the boys
CJM.
and leftovers.
Kind of went a bit too far. A bit too fast. And there's Steve. He's going to be the one to slow it in. Sam.
That's what we want to see from leftovers. I want to see...
Hang on. Orion pops it up. Adzi into the backboard. It's going to bounce back. Adzi again. The touch up. The follow through was close. Sam will knock it away.
Yeah, good clear by Sam.
Up down the wing now. What can leftovers achieve? Cameraman, zoom in on this. Let's see what we can get. I don't think we can zoom in on the ball that much. No, maybe not. We're going to add that to all. Very nice. I don't know if that was cameraman or if it was Scuba Steve. We're going to go back. Quick demolition in front of goal. Sam, that was him. Getting some kills on the board. I mean, it's not really an aggressive game, but it is if you count this. The clear is going to be coming through from CJM, who is locking himself in front of that goal. Orion does pick one up. Sam! Off the wing. Watch it again.
Yep, we are seeing demos coming out into the defense, but it doesn't matter if you can snipe crossfield when the team is drawn out.
Now, do we call that... That wasn't lucky. Let's say that was skill.
That was cross map perfectly in between the posts.
Organized. Very organized goal. Leftovers will equalize the score in this game. Number 1, 40 seconds remaining. Adzi trying to come in off this wing. Team Skyfire now hovering around this center field. The ball will rotate back around and out of the goal square it must go, says Skyfire. But leftovers now really putting on the heat. Skyfire, they are used to it, but air and fire just makes more fire. I think they'll be used to it. Steve coming through, boosting his way forward. This could be a good setup. It goes cross field, but it doesn't go through the center, which is exactly where you want it. We might be going to overtime, but 7 seconds remain. Ball goes into the air. Is the defense there? You know CJM has played himself back. 1 second remaining. 1 second. But we could be going to overtime. Not too sure yet. The roof, the ball, follow it through. Sam says, hey, we're going overtime.
Yep, safe there by leftovers. Played the game while they could, then put it down when it started looking gross.
Okay, so we're now into game 1, overtime straight off the bat here. An early goal by leftovers would be momentous for Skyfire.
Yep.
Not in a good way.
Leftovers having a lot of ball control in the last minute or two. Not necessarily getting the shots to connect on where they want, but definitely showcasing that they can control the pitch.
Setting it up close. It's going to hit the post. Now comes back into Steve, and he's going to send it back down. No, misses the touch. Would have just been the clear ball. Could be an opportunity. Adzi comes on through and takes advantage of the chaos.
Yeah, I think that is a big showcase there. 3 for 3. Adzi.
That was hat-trick. Missing that touch, and leftovers going to pay dearly for it with Team Skyfire taking game number 1. Adzi, yeah, he was the finisher there, but he also was the guy that picked up 3 goals. Like you said, picking up that hat-trick, 3 goals, 3 shots, all slotting themselves in. And leftovers with Sam coming through. I mean, yes, Outlast wasn't having the greatest game, but is Sam as good of a player as Outlast? Because we've seen so much of Outlast, and we know he can be quite explosive at times.
Yeah, Outlast has done great.
It's Outlust.
Outlust.
It's OOST.
Yeah, Lust. Anyway, sorry, continuing on. Yeah, CJM
Please.
did a great job on the defense, which I think was a big factor in why leftovers didn't get those goals through. You pointed out many times, is it going in? No, CJM comes in, takes it away, gets those pops as well, making sure that it was a very safe area around the goals. So because of that, it didn't matter that Leftovers controlled the pitch for most of the game, because just like in their first series, when me and Yummy were talking about it before, Team Skyfire capitalize on mistakes, and Leftovers, doesn't matter if they're getting the shots, if they can't get the right angles and make goals of it, they're going to eventually drop that pressure, be open for a counter-attack, and pushing forward from Team Skyfire, each time was a goal. And the same players were doing it as well.
It's a very close game.
Adzi.
Adzi played great, but that was a very close game. And should it have been that close? Well, not too sure, but I think something's got to give. If Leftovers in that last 2 minutes looked like they were coming online, and Team Skyfire have to be careful because that is really the crux of how they'll take it from under you. Leftovers feel like they're warmed up now. Team Skyfire will pick up the first win, but it's a best-of-5 series, and Leftovers have many opportunities to pick up some goals and pick up games.
Yeah, we just need to see slightly faster gameplay from Leftovers. If you're getting 10 shots and just not getting the goals, and the defense isn't 100% on the nose, then maybe if you play a little bit faster, you can break those ones through.
Maybe you have to get the demolition onto CJM before you set up that goal. Sam is going to be waiting back and playing it safely. The ball's going to bounce onto the roof, then back onto the ground. Playing very high up in this pitch were Leftovers. Now a shot at goal coming through. 2 members to defend. Team Skyfire, they're going to go for it again, but Sam, maybe I take it back. He was offended when I said he wasn't stepping up, when he wasn't as good as Outlast. He has something to prove.
Yep, CJM did get demoed there, showing good backcourt defense, playing it smart. Always good to see someone hanging back up there, stopping any of the 1-2 punches.
Yeah, but now the ball bouncing off the roof in that goal square. CJM, he's pushed up. He's not in defense. Is this an opportunity for Leftovers if they can find the clear? They finally get it down there, but Team Skyfire respond very quickly. Sam, now with the setup. CJM has rotated back. It's okay if you're a Team Skyfire fan. He gets demolition. This is what we're talking about.
2 players
opportunity.
Down.
2 players down, but 1 player, and that's Adzi, will still be there, but hey, they only just respawned, and Noisy gets the kill.
Yep, great work there. You did say it before, Hysterics.
Or the goal. Maybe the goal.
If you can get the demos, it becomes easy. And respawn in time. Great shot from Noisy to put it away.
What is that? A snake.
Snake.
That was literally a basilisk.
Ooh. Well, they can be turned to stone.
All turned to fire, as you saw there, but great play. Double demolition opened up the goal for Leftovers. Some great rotational play we've seen from them. They push everyone up. Kill CJM, I feel like, is the name of the game. Adzi. Not going to get the okay, that was an interesting pass. Can it be capitalized by Team Skyfire? It's sent back. But Leftovers, no, they're still okay for now. Sam rotates. Here we go, CJM off the wing. Great touch, but it's not followed up. Adzi I don't think he had enough boost or enough communication. Ryan misses the crucial touch, and Adzi has had to back away. Leftovers still lead by a goal with 2:45 remaining. But Adzi, yeah, these are missed opportunities and missed touches by Team Skyfire.
Yeah, that is the name of the game. Great shot on, but defense coming in strong from CJM. As we keep saying, if he's around, might be hard for Leftovers to punch one through.
Team Skyfire look like they just want to clear it, like not set up these passing plays. Ooh. Demolition in front. Great save by Noise. Will ensure that they does not equalize just yet. Steve, he's backed on in. Everyone's stepping up from the Leftovers. And Steve even pushing himself into offense. He has to kite his way back, however. With 2:10 on that board, and Leftovers definitely changing face in game 2.
Yeah, CJM everywhere he needs to be, getting all those saves. Great defense is really the thing that's keeping him in the game. Even when Leftovers has so much possession, he's just everywhere on his side of the pitch.
Okay, CGM taking it himself. The ball bounces off the corner. Great set. Adzi! No! Two close calls! Oh, you hate to see it, but you see it right there.
Oh, that moment may haunt them for the rest of the game.
Well, it depends. I mean, if they can't equalize, if they can't get this next goal, then they're definitely going to be remembering that. Adzi hits both posts and exits without style or grace. 1 minute 30. Noise waiting in the back line. Leftovers will now face the pursuit of CJM and co. Team Skyfire, leave it to Orion. Ball's going to bounce down. It's going to be hit by Sam. Sent on up, CJM. Very experienced player showing his might here today. A minute remaining, CJM. Yeah, he'll kind of get the clear, but it's slowed on down. Sam will get the response. CJM moves his way out of defense, hits it, great touch. That'll ensure the clear. Orion pops the boost. 45 seconds remaining. I feel like this play could definitely haunt them. Leftovers looking for another goal to just slot it in and make it a 1-1. Team Skyfire, just not going to be feeling good right now.
Yeah, Leftovers sending in one man at a time just to get the blocks, try win those 1v1s, even if they don't, rotating very quickly back to make sure that they are safe for the final 20 seconds of the game.
Steve loses control of the ball now. Noise on this
Nice
left
clear.
wing. Yeah, that's a pretty good clear. Will buy them some time. 10 seconds remaining. The ball is in full control by Leftovers. Actually left by Sam. CJM, he gets the passing play. 1, 2, 3. CJM misses the touch. Orion comes in trying to clean it up, but Leftovers. It's a Leftovers win, but Team Skyfire, I feel like they feel that loss in Game 2 more than Leftovers probably feel the win.
Yeah, that was definitely a case thereof. Adzi hitting that post twice, one on either end. If he could take the average of those two shots, he'd be a much happier guy.
Not even that, but CJM misses the touch in that final goal.
Yeah.
In potential goal, in the last 10 seconds. You hate to see it, I said. You really hate to see it.
CJM is against scoring. Maybe that's just his policy. He's like,
But he's had some really good shots, and he had some really good setups that game as well. But Team Skyfire unable to get off the ground. 3 saves by CJM. He plays an exceptional game of Rocket League. Expecting to see more from him, but he is definitely the star of this roster. Team Skyfire, if they play like that and Leftovers, they'll walk over them.
yeah, that's the thing. CJM does have JC in his name, so it's all about saves, not about scores.
He doesn't, though. It's C, J, and M. Yes, he does. Please don't ask. Please don't ask.
What we do want to see, though, Adzi, that uncharacteristic, missing those 2 shots did cost them the game. But hopefully going forward, that was just a slip. The rug was out from under him in that very short moment. But going forward, if he can get back to the way he was playing in the first game, where he got that easy hat trick with some great angles, they should be pretty comfortable going forward.
I think comfortable's a word because the Leftovers look fantastic when they're on that rock. And I just sneezed. All right, great timing. We're going to jump into game number 3. Orion is going to be setting the ball up. Corey Lord.
Yes, it's fair.
If your Team Skyfire, as they take a shot, it hits the post. This is a much better start. I mean, even with that demolition, Leftovers have something to prove, and how can they prove it? Well,
winning 2 1v1s.
Or maybe Steve going nuts. CGM, he's left in defense. That's where he should be.
I love how each one of the Leftovers players played they just 1v1 ran the gauntlet, trying to set up goals for their team.
Very, very close by Team Skyfire here. Leftovers keeping it down this side of the field. The offense not stopping. Adzi drives on the backboard, not letting the setup come into fruition. As the ball bounces, CGM will continue to rotate back. 4 minutes. Not a goal scored yet in this game. It's going to be a high ball. Great drink, by the way, if you like that kind of thing. Steve on defense. Ball slowing down the pace. Leftovers look like they're comfortable with the speed, but Skyfire have a shot in the corner. And hey, Steve, you scored a goal.
Putting it away, giving what his team need, that early lead. Skyfire, we have seen they're really good at counter-attacks, so having something on the goal does make them feel nice and safe. Not ideal there for Leftovers. All 3 of them were sitting there waiting for it. They're going to be unhappy campers.
Yeah, Skyfire getting that early goal. Goal. Damn it. Just done. Not the best clip he's put in I've ever done. Leftovers. I said the slow pace of game really suits them, but maybe I was wrong. Maybe Leftovers need to get the ball rolling. He did actually say in the earlier portion of his series career that they need to start playing hard, aggressive plays. It looks like when it's their control, it's fine. When Team Skyfire have a lot more percentage of possession. That's the one.
That's the word.
They kind of take this game.
Going into the cheeky
Yeah, it's
demo.
like, no, you don't. Not this
Not
time.
today, son. Not today. But yeah, that's it. We need to see... Ooh, good save there from CJM. I think we could just come to expect it at this point. That's the thing they need to be worried about. You need to draw CJM out, open up the goal net,
Yeah,
if you will.
no, the goal mouth.
Let's go with the goal mouth. Classic throwdown. Pull them out of the goal mouth,
Perfect.
allowing you to get that shot in from a player like Adzi, but on the other team. Maybe a Sam.
Save it away. The setup still trying to come through from the leftovers. Gets past one. Orion. He'll be the angel that saves it for now. Ball goes cross gold, cross field. Noise waiting for the ball to hit the ground or at least get that clear. Team Skyfire need to push someone up or do something. The leftovers are just keeping the ball in this half.
Yeah, good control. That is the thing we've seen every single game forward. Leftovers can dictate the pace. Skyfire dictate the score by whether or not CGM can save, or whether or not they get the counterattacks. Nice dribbling going
Look at
out
the solo setting it up. CGM goes above the goal, trying to knock it down. Team Skyfire, one goal doesn't really seem like it's enough, but we can see what's going on. Adzi, the leading goal scorer in the first series. See what else he can do. 2 minutes remaining. Team Skyfire, maybe this slow pace does work for them, but again, the ball is down this side of the field. Good touch out of the corner from CJM. He clears it again. Second touch to follow through. A quick bump onto Sam. Sam, get absolutely wrecked out of the field.
Team Skyfire's defense is on fire as a team.
Well,
Right in the name.
I mean, are they though? Because Sam comes through. Oh, yes, they are. Take it all back. CJM will get another save. CGM has got 4 saves already.
He's padding his stats nerd style last season.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he feels like a mastermind right now.
That's right. Mastermind.
He really feels like it's some kind of requiem, and you can't call these player nerds. You really can't. They're just masterminds. Now, if we look at Team Skyfire, a minute to go. They are holding this goal strong. They're holding their defense. It's a good setup from CJM. The play to roll the ball down and look for the pass. Gets a pass Noise. Ball is popped up near the ceiling, but now finally Team Skyfire have their way. No, there's a clear. Could be a cross-field goal. A setup. Sam was there, waiting in front. 40 seconds remaining.
CJM is pretty much a brick wall at this point. I think every single time that comes anywhere close, he's just been in for the save. We really need to draw him out, or as you said earlier in the day, demos could be an option for them.
Of course. 30 seconds. CJM, he's pushed on up. Trying to get the ball down this side of the field. This is going to waste as much time as possible for Team Skyfire. Maybe one goal was enough. If they can get another one, that could really mean a lot. At least just nail it on down. The setup from Team Skyfire, 10 seconds. Steve there, into the corner. Very close. It will hit a post. It'll hit the corner. It'll leave. But not before Steve has something to say about it. A second remaining. They don't want to lose game 3. This will put leftovers behind, but Team Skyfire will lead the series 2-1.
Great play by Skyfire. Very, very consistent on the defense. And when you have such good counterattacks, goals come out of it.
If Team Skyfire pick up the next win, they will go into the finale for the lower bracket, and they will have to verse You See Me, who are potentially, the team we're expecting to go in and take that 6th seed. But if you are Team Skyfire right now, you just need to get through this series. And the fact that they're struggling against the leftovers, against a team that individually have some skill but don't have synergy, is a little bit worrying.
It is very, very much so. But thing to keep in mind in leftovers is even though they've had a substitution, with Outlast going out, Sam coming in has been very strong for their roster. Where Outlast was not getting the number of shots we're expecting out of him, Sam is getting those. I mean, he's not getting them to connect into goals, but that was a problem they've had all through their series. They're getting the shots, but they're not getting the conversions. Since Outlast has moved, the number of shots has gone up.
True.
But again, not finishing them. That's what it's about.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so much potential for both these teams, really. Like, there are so many plays that could be really just progress, but it doesn't go anywhere, and there's a lot of missed shots, there's a lot of missed touches. It is the qualifiers, remember, ladies and gentlemen. So, I mean, you expect that at this early stage of the competition, before we move into that round robin, that 4-week time slot, and then we go into the gauntlet.
Ooh.
You know, this is the build-up. This is the moment where you have to be switched on, and this is a big, crucial time that plays have to work, but it is understandable that these guys, you know, probably aren't in form for the season just yet, because the season has only just begun.
But that is a good point. It has only just begun, Hysterics, so they have the time. They've got the weeks leading in. They can get the prep. So come gauntlet time, like Thanos, they'll be ready.
Yeah, or will be ready at least. Team Skyfire. CJM has pushed up. He's now going to back away. Here comes the pursuit from Sam. He's going to go for the one-on-one. Orion tries to help. Team Skyfire off the wall is going to be CJM again. The ball gets past him. Adzi rotated back around, at least in their defense. Really good rotations. They're committing a lot to the defense, however, and here we go. The aggression begins once again. Adzi follows the ball. Team Skyfire, who can pop on through. No one really. Leftovers continue their assault. And in front of the goal now, touched away. Close from the Leftovers. They want a game 5. I want a game 5. But it's not about me.
That was a key moment right there. The shot was right in front of the goal. Steve not quite in position, stuck up on the midfield. Then Sam comes in, takes the goal.
Our observer's tilted. Let's, Courier Lord, analyze that.
The ball bounced.
And that is our McDonald's goal of the day, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations to Sam for taking it. The Leftovers, that was all class. 1-0.
Yep. Those are the words that came out of your mouth.
Oh, McDonald's goal of the day. PogChamp. Adzi. He's going to save this one. Team Skyfire should not have let that through. Let's move on. Leftovers will lead by 1. And it is hard to take this game seriously, but we have to anyway.
Ooh,
great shot, Orion. No. Now we're back off tilt.
Yep, Skyfire back off. Realized what happened last time. Bit of communication. CJM knows he hasn't made all the shots, doesn't go for it, passes straight to Orion.
Nice. Yeah.
That's what we want to see. CJM is a very team-orientated player, and I love, even though his shot percentage hasn't been good going forward, he didn't go for it. He set it up for the team and drew out the defense.
Team Skyfire, can they capitalize on this chaos at the kickoff? No, but ball will get sent on back, and Leftovers are trying with this attacking formation again. Team Skyfire, they're so well aware as to this formation and how it works. Leftovers, they're easily readable now. And getting that goal in, yes, it was a big surprise, but Team Skyfire look like generally they are reading the moves being put out by Leftovers.
Yep, and they are starting to develop very, very positional styles for each player. CJM staying up the back, Adzi traditionally running forward, leaving them with very, very aware places where they could be. You can make a pass if you know where someone's going to sit.
You saw CJM there, very nice play. He's going to hit it off the roof as well. CJM is having a great series. It just feels like the rest, the Skyfire, are not on board. Steve, he's going to pick one up. This is a great example.
That just shows you how important winning a 1v1 can be. If you can pull out the teammates by beating them out, 3 goals.
Where's Skyfire? Don't know. Orion was off on the side. Can't rely on CJM all the time. Team Skyfire down a goal. In what looked to be a 3-1 series. We just get a little bit messy. The clear wasn't there. Just hit it in. There we go. CJM. This is yucky. I'm going to say yucky. Look at that.
Ooh.
Sam.
Not the touch you'd want, but CJM
Noise.
willing to take advantage of it.
Noise just kind of pausing there. Said probably could have jumped in behind it, backed it away, but what do I know? 2-2 now. It's a very interesting game. Don't get a goal off this. That would be the kind of game, wouldn't it? 2-2. 2 minutes 30 remaining. Team Skyfire, I wish I could say they looked comfortable, but no one can really be comfortable in this game. Orion off on the side here, the wing. Ball's going to be staying around the defensive side of Leftovers for now, but Orion rotates back. He's in front of that goal square. He's going to rotate through, pick up some boost, and roll up off this wall, but he doesn't get the touch on the ball. Steve's coming in to set himself up. Boom! Goes the Weasel. Not even pop. Sam back in this defensive side, but Team Skyfire look like they are starting to put on the pressure once again.
Yep, Skyfire has got the pressure. Leftovers normally needs about 1 million shots and all the possession if they want to make a goal. But today may not be the day, as we see CJM is just an unstoppable... Here's what happened. You need an unstoppable force to hit his...
Well, I mean, he wasn't in goal when the goals came through. Steve coming in off the roof. Oh, almost pitches it in. Very, very close. Adzi to get the clear. He's going to be back on the ball now as well as we go near the goal square, and Team Skyfire have to be careful. The setup's there. Leftovers can slot it on in if they want. The shot hits the backboard again. Messy plays, but big shots coming out of Leftovers, trying to set up this third and could be final goal to take us to Game 5. Bump out of the way, says Serious Sam. Get off my lawn. It's not time just yet, but a minute remaining. Leftovers are really doing wonders, keeping the ball down this side of the field. Cast and Curse will come into fruition though.
Yeah, we are seeing Leftovers pushing back up their side of the field. Skyfire trying to get the clears into pathways, and they do! Orion finishing it off!
Orion comes through. Let's watch that touch again. Orion pops it. That
is a beautiful 1-2-3.
Are your pants on? I'm not telling you if mine are or not. This is a PG-13 stream.
Interesting boxer choice there.
Thank you. They're actually, I put flowers on them for... Anyway, 45 seconds means that we see Team Skyfire in this commanding lead. 3-2. Will they be moving to the lower bracket finals? Will they be looking for a share of $8,888? I hear that those are some pretty lucky numbers. And if they're thinking about it, maybe that's how it's working. CJM has been playing a beautiful series of Rocket League. We have to just criticize Team Skyfire's positioning, but I don't feel like it's been a problem with CJM. 15 seconds remaining. Clears it away. CJM, you are the hero of Gotham, but he's been demolition. Can they survive? Team Skyfire, can you 2v3? Now, CJM back alive and available, and as soon as he comes available, he hits the ball all the way out. Let's talk up CJM some more, because Team Skyfire will move to the finals. And this is going to be intense.
Ooh, hype, hysterics. Hype.
CJM, look, I think it's fair to talk him up. Like, yes, Orion and Adzi, you know, they had some good shots, and Orion getting 2 goals in that last game, and some good saves from Adzi as well, but CJM is just this consistent wall in front of the goal, Cheese Man, who is always impressing us.
I mean, he averaged 3 saves per game throughout the entire series.
Hero.
Oh, yeah.
If he got a save for every single one, you only saw a measly 2 in that last series. But yeah, CJM, you hit the nail on the head. He really stepped it up, especially after Adzi missed that double shot, both posts. He felt like Adzi lost a lot of confidence then.
Absolutely.
And instead of that 1-2 between CJ and Adzi, CJM had to stand up.
Yeah, and he did a great job. We even saw him run forward at one point to clean up a goal that could have gone in otherwise. Like, no, I can do the front and the back.
Let's summarize a little bit here, because it was a bit back and forth between Skyfire and Leftovers, but was it just a case of Leftovers? I mean, they had that aggression, but was it just CJM was too strong, or was it just that Leftovers weren't really going for the goal shots? Sorry.
I'd say the passes just weren't as clean for the most part. Whenever we saw them get those big goals out that weren't the kind of cross-map ones, they were passes. We saw the occasional clean 2-man shots, but for the most part, they were just kind of like, I'm going to try punch the ball in, then the teammate comes up and tries to punch the ball in, and they weren't always on targets. They just kind of get like hit off on the post, and then they bounce out. So they kept possession because the ball kept coming back to them.
Yeah.
But whenever it got remotely close, for every actual save CJM got, he probably got 2 or 3 like blocks that were off to the side that weren't on shots yet, but would prevent any future shots coming into the position.
It was very interesting seeing Leftovers without Outlast and with Sam, because to me, it was almost exactly the same team.
Yep.
Sam,
Oh, yeah.
very similar to Outlast, very big on the solo plays, and he was very good in the midfield. He took out multiple players over and over again, and I think he was a big factor in preventing Skyfire from running away with the series.
Yep.
But they're still missing that team synergy both ways that you really need to see to take down a team like Skyfire.
That's it. If they can get a little bit more consistency with their play. They had possession. For most of the games, they controlled the pace, and they just couldn't execute. If you can get 90% of the way, it doesn't mean squad if you can't cross the line.
See, the thing is, like, in game number 1, I was saying, I feel like Outlast added a little bit more, but then Sam just kind of, you had a closer look at him, and you're like, yeah, exactly like you said, he had a similar play style, and he felt like he did kind of fit into what you can call this team, but unfortunately, Leftovers will be eliminated there. That means we go to Team Skyfire, and You Can See Me as our last best-of-5 series of the day. the winners, whoever wins between these two teams, will be going through as our sixth final place team in our top 6, and they will then go to 4 weeks of round robin with a minimum of $500 for the team and a shared prize pool of $8,888. Brought to you, of course, by McDonald's. We're live here in Showdown Studios in the heart of Sydney. The three of us will be back after a 5-minute break.